Sometimes I wish that like I could have like a Siegfried and Roy type setup where there's just lights and pyrotechnics every time I do this, but I'm like just very like chilly and tiredly like just shuffling the cards and it's like pew, 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 pew. And meanwhile I'm just like that's how it feels in my mind. I guess that counts for something. I got the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Empress, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I feel like maybe that's a revelation that you're having around a person or an energy in your life where they were just kind of like chill with it. And so at first you were like, I'm not really trying to bother with it. But you're looking back and like things are being revealed and you kind of realize that they're the baddest bitch who's ever lived and you just like didn't notice it because there wasn't something. I feel like that something is different for everybody. Like there's a marker of success that you seek out when you're like kind of putting a person into a certain category. But with like justice in reverse, I feel like that tool fails you. Why? Because you weren't listening to your heart, dummy. Yeah, I feel like your heart guided you to this person or energy, and you were just like not trying to hear it. Yeah, with the chariot in reverse, you're like taking them films, turn them fucking down. But now that it's been revealed to you that your gut was right, I feel like it's creating this like sense of like not being able to think clearly or trust yourself, and you're like feeling kind of stuck. And it's interesting because you're feeling stuck because there's this acknowledgement that like you have found like some sort of like wish fulfillment with this Empress energy here, and but you've already like treated it as if it was something that was not that, and so you kind of feel like a dick. I feel like you feel like a dick. You think everyone thinks you are a dick. But that's not the reality. The reality is you're it's coming up as like a Queen of Flowers energy. The Five of Teacups on the bottom of the deck. It's like when you are moving in the fire element, your steadfast ability to like maintain charisma or like focus your charisma as like your primary trait often means that you fuck up, right? You don't like the earth energy, the King of Pentacles is more like I thought, think four times and cut once. Um, you know, or like the sword energy is more of like this meticulous, like, clever girl energy, right? But the Queen of Flowers is just kind of doing her thing. And so there's almost this expectation that, like, you make mistakes all the time. There's this, like, I don't know if you've come to this realization of yourself, but I don't think you can do any wrong. Because when everything you do has like this level of risk where people just kind of want to like give you the benefit of the doubt anyway. The Queen of Flowers, Queen of Wands typically has that black cat energy. Your cat could bite the ever loving fuck out of you, right? And you'd be like, it was my fault. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like that sometimes. And it's like, this could be the most evil cat from hell, but you're like, that's my baby type shit. So there's like this understanding that like with you being in that energy and maybe not recognizing the energy, you are kind of like holding yourself back from moving forward. And what that actually is doing is it's almost like suppressing your inner essence. Like there's this kind of feeling of like to be in that wand's flower energy, you keep it going, bro. It's like a wildfire, right? It's almost this energy that it burns until it's burnt out. You might be burnt out. Why is why is the person seeing this like burnt out in regards to this situation? Got me making the Jennifer Coolidge face. What the fuck? Makes me want a hot dog real bad. I think there is like a really strong energy of overthinking, and if you're a queen of flowers, that's not your job. Your job is to do the thing that is like the most cool and sexy and the thing that makes you feel most comfortable, right? It's like this feeling of like you feel like you need to know like have a fully articulated plan, but like really that's not you. I think you just need to like move forward with the acknowledgement that every step you take is getting you closer to a better sense of fulfillment and like celebration. Yeah, with the Knight of Teacups, it's almost like you're being flooded by this like feeling that like you need to know something, or like this feeling that like that there's something that's missing, and then once you have that missing thing, it's going to be easier to take that first step. But I feel like that's a illusion here. No one Everyone is missing that thing that you think that you need to take a step. Nobody has that shit. I think some are better at bluffing than others, and other people find other ways to compensate for not having that shit. But I think you have everything you need to like move forward and to rectify the situation. There's a sense with temptation in reverse that like the chains are still there, like partially. I don't know, because everyone, the devil can talk about vices, but I see this as there still being like a chain of attachment, the cord still being present. Um, and it's as a result of like how the situation is managed. I think that with the 5 of spears, the 9 of flowers, and the hedgehog in reverse, you took like a full stop when you got weirded out. Oh, there's something hidden behind the ace of hedgehogs. Holy shit. The moon in reverse. Yeah. So that full stop kind of like helped you identify where there was like lacking. You were able to kind of like compare this situation to past situations. And I think you uncovered that this is like a different situation. And that might have been what allowed you to kind of like pull the veil off of like the quality of this empress that you didn't recognize before, because you were comparing it to a situation that was like so over and done, so completely different, that now you're kind of realizing that like the path forward needs to be different too. And I think that's led to the stagnation as well, because it's almost of this energy where like if you think someone is exactly like someone else, you will try to use strategies that would work for that first person. But I'm almost getting that like the strategies you use for that first person had like a completely different result with this other person, and you're like, oh, this person is handling this so like with so much poise and grace that it led you to believe that like they have something way more powerful about them. And I don't even think that they were hiding it. I just don't think that you are used to seeing it in this type of package. So, what is going to help? Yeah, you just gotta do stuff, bro. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's like of this energy of like anxiety kind of pushing you not to do stuff, but like literally doing anything is going to be the good move here with the eight of flowers and the ace of flowers coming out. Because there's, like I said, like you really have to lean into this fire energy that like you just need will, you just need presence, and it can be directed, it seems like, in any direction here. Because you're working with an empress, she's going to know how to transmute that energy into something that she can use and work with. um, I think she's just kind of waiting for input to see how it can be shifted to work for your best benefit, because she's already making it work for her benefit. I feel like she's like so like secure and regulated in herself. Like it's giving mama energy. Look at her. She's like she knows her babies are already taking a nap, so she's chilling. She's chilling. Like she got her little glasses on. She got her little blanket, bro. She's not worried about none of that shit. She's good in her side. And there's almost this energy of like wanting that for like as many people as possible. You know what I'm saying? But with the 10 of flowers in reverse, I feel like she's found a way to like kind of make that a reality in a way that doesn't like burn her out too much. I think there might even be an issue where you're trying to navigate yourself in the same way. Like you see how she moves, and you're like almost looking at her, and it's like, oh god, I just want to be just like her. But like, that's a lot. I feel like it's to like become a completely different person is like a lot of effort, and so it's gonna get you stuck in certain thought patterns here. Yeah, mainly patterns of regret and like self abandonment here. I'm seeing this as big self abandonment, like looking at that shiny thing in the window, and like then it looks so good that you're like, oh, my shit is trash. And it's like, I don't know why I keep that quote from Kimmy Schmidt is so funny to me, but it shouldn't be funny. Like, if you don't know, this show is like about a woman who like escaped from like a underground like apocalypse cult, and like the reverend would like was like sus, right? But the main character was so plucky, and she was like trying to cheer someone up. It's like, just remember what the reverend told us: you're garbage, you're garbage. And I feel like that's the dialogue you're telling yourself with the energy that you're telling yourself. And it's like, it's not like, maybe at some point it like worked for you, like it was enough to inspire you to do something and like have like a good result, but like, yeah, I'm seeing that it worked for you in the past, and like that's just like how you navigate your energy, bro. um which is interesting, right? Because I feel like it keeps you like, it's like a motivator, but the method of the motivation is one that like you can achieve all of this, right? And still feel like you're outside of what you deserve, because the only thing that motivated you to reaching that height was envy and self-hatred. And so you have almost like an altar of envy and self-hatred, and then you're wondering like, why can't I make any moves um, that would lead to self-love and self-acceptance, right? And it really just comes from understanding that all of that shit, even the parts where you're like weird and aggressive or like strange to yourself or you miss the mark, it's still who you are, bitch. You know? And I saw a video that was like, acceptance is like one of the hardest things to do for people, because technically you're not doing anything. It's like a nothing activity, right? And I think you need to like, if you want to kind of like move forward, just understand that like your path is a path of success. even if you just did nothing but roll over and scratch your butt. If you've made it to this point of this reading and you feel like this reading resonates with you, you have like this type of energy where despite rest, unrest, whatever the fuck is going on, like 6 or 7 of swords. Oh, actually, maybe not. Hold up. Nah, you gotta do something. I was on a roll there, but I was wrong. I forgot the beginning, bitch. I gotta chill out. You need to do something. You in particular. You gotta roll over, scratch your butt, and then do activities, bro. Because it's like almost like this restlessness comes from stagnation, right? And it's like I feel like you know what you need to do. It's just really like the way that you encourage yourself to do it needs to be examined. Yeah, there it is. Like, because it's like you know how to do the thing, like very well. You know how to do the thing, but it's like the way that you convince yourself to do the thing is fucked up, bro. And so it's like doing the thing is like way harder, even though you have all of the tools. I think that's why you're coming up as this King of Flowers in reverse, is because like you know how to get to where you need to go and you have the capacity to do it, but it's almost like the means of transportation from where you're at to where you're going, the only way you know how to do it is like on a hate train. um and I think the thing I tell myself about happiness all the time is that it's not a destination, it's a mode of transportation. So you can go through this journey and you can kind of decide the energy that you want to bring with yourself as you get to this position of your highest self. And I think the hate train will get you to a point, right? But if you really want to enjoy that journey and find yourself at that point feeling better and less drained, you gotta be nice to yourself, bro. Yeah, bitch, be nice to yourself. Treat yourself like, well, I don't know. It's from the beginning. It seems like the advice treat yourself how you treat others or how you'd like to be treated is weird for you because I feel like you're mean. You're a mean person. So it's like I'm not telling you to do that shit. You might a little touch of sadism. I'm not mad at it in the right context, but you actually need to like almost not like learn how to navigate whatever task that you're doing. You need to learn how to navigate kindness. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. And I heard what you called me. I think it's a journey that you don't feel like going on because you don't see the benefit of it. But like, I don't know. You see how your current lifestyle has led you, right? I just think you'll be able to kind of like accept and enjoy things on a much grander level if you give peace a chance. Just give it a chance, bro.